biggest threat to Jordan exists in Israeli heads. It's the idea that Jordan is Palestine. There have been various versions of this, including the Alon plan, named after the Israeli politician Yigal Alon, who called for swathes of the West Bank to be annexed by Israel and for the rest to become part of Jordan. More recently, former US President Donald Trump's team raised the idea of a Jordanian-Palestinian confederation. The crudest version of this plan entails direct threats to Palestinian villages and towns in occupied West Bank to leave or be burnt out by settlers. But the Jordan option, as it's called, never disappears from Israeli discourse. A Knesset resolution passed just before Netanyahu's latest visit to the US to outlaw a future Palestinian state was geographically specific in its phrasing. It read, the Israeli Knesset opposes the establishment of a Palestinian state on any piece of land west of the Jordan River. To any Jordanian, these words are brutally clear. It means the only place Israel will tolerate a Palestinian state will be in Jordan. Not for nothing did Jordan's King Abdullah pronounce that the region will not accept having the region's future held hostage to the policies of the extremist Israeli government. But his problems in keeping the loyalty of his people and the sovereignty of his kingdom intact have only just started. Gaza has presented King Abdullah with a huge dilemma. His first response is to see what is happening in the occupied West Bank under the leadership of Ben-Gvir as an existential threat to the kingdom. The arming of settlers, frequent attacks on Palestinian villages and towns, raids on Al-Aqsa Mosque complex, and most recently Ben-Gvir's statement that Jewish prayer is allowed at the mosque have only one purpose: to push as many Palestinians as will leave their homes eastwards. Ben-Gvir is deliberately humiliating the Hashemite kingdom's custodianship of the holy sites in Jerusalem. This was the one internationally recognized duty that Abdullah's father, King Hussein, insisted on keeping when he severed all legal and administrative ties to the West Bank in July 1988.